Victor Alpha 3 Tango Bravo November. Over.
Tango Bravo November, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Tango Bravo November, Roger, Roger. What's the name there? Our name here is Len, Lima Echo November, and I'm located Windsor, Ontario, bordering Detroit, Michigan. Over.
Roger, Roger, Len in Ontario. And what radio are you running today, sir?
Roger, Roger, Len in Ontario. And what radio are you running today, sir? I am running the Kenwood TS-940, sugar. And the microphone, it's the MC60, but I took the head off, and I'm using an electro voice microphone called a Cobalt, used for singing. That's what I use it for, but I just wired it up to be used on HF. Over.
Alrighty. So if you would be interested in our setup procedure, first thing would be to double check your radio to be sure it's in that 100 to 2900 transmit bandpass mode. 100 to 2900, Roger?
Transmit bandpass mode. 100 to 2900, Roger? I believe that is correct. I heard that before. Over.
Yes, sir. Now move to your compressor on, and at a 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, depending on how it's labeled, or even a 10 out of 30, depending on how it's labeled. We just want about a third of that compressor on, Roger?
Depending on how it's labeled, we just want about a third of that compressor on, Roger. Okay, third of the compressor on. I think that's what we have. 1 second. I think that's what we have here. Let me get it on some more. Okay, a third is on at this time. Over.
Alrighty, then move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you say the magic word audio, it's a beautiful word for setup. Don't stress the word, but just say it like you would in a QSO. But elongate the audio part. And with that being said, adjust your ALC to mid-scale to 2/3 by way of mic gain control.
To mid-scale to 2/3 by way of mic gain control. I will do audio. So the sweet spot is right about there, over.
All right, so let's move to your equalization page, if you would. You sound a little mid-rangey there, and I'm not sure whether it might be because of the microphone that you changed or what, but it's pretty heavy in the mids. So if you are on your equalizer page, what we want to do is try to get some higher frequencies, and we want to make sure first that everything from 400 cycles, I'm not sure exactly what kind of equalizer you have. Is that a 3-band, 8-band, or what kind of equalizer?
Is that a 3-band, 8-band, or what kind of equalizer? We do not have an EQ on this rig. Based on what I know, there's no EQ on this rig, over.
Are you sure? No EQ? Does it have a high boost 1, high boost 2, like that?
Does it have a high boost 1, high boost 2, like that?
What I'm trying to do is get you some more top end, more treble, less mid-range and more at the top end of the spectrum. Ideally 2.7K would be the ideal frequency to boost, Roger.
7K would be the ideal frequency to boost, Roger. Okay, I just changed the microphone. I'm using now the MC60 microphone with the radio. Not too sure if it will make any difference, over.
All right, it's very muffly. Back off that mic. Hold it about, is that a hand mic that you're running?
Back off that mic. Hold it about, is that a hand mic that you're running? No, it's a desk microphone. It's the MC60 microphone, over.
Yes, sir. Okay. Bring your ALC back up and reset your ALC level mid-scale to 2/3. When you say the magic word audio, Roger.
When you say the magic word audio, Roger. Will do audio. Okay. Mid-scale of the ALC zone.
Yes, sir. Now, and it doesn't have equalizer. Does it have a manual kind of thing, like a high boost 1 or a high boost 2 or something like that?
Like a high boost 1 or a high boost 2 or something like that? No, this one does not have. And I checked the service manual. I checked the regular instruction manual. There's no such thing on this rig, over.
Yes, sir. Okay, I want you to back off about 2 inches further back than where you normally work it. About 2 inches from where you were just now. 2 inches further back off, Mike, and let me hear you.
Just now. 2 inches further back off, Mike, and let me hear you. Okay, I'm approximately 5 inches from the microphone at this time. This is the VA3TBN.
Yes, sir. It's much cleaner that way. It has to do with your proximity to the microphone plus the volume. So I would leave everything exactly the way it was, but I would run it about 2 inches further back, just like you were that last transmission, Roger. 2 inches
further back, just like you were that last transmission, Roger. Okay, that sounds good to me. That sounds reasonable. And I can do that. That's not a problem at all.
Roger, I think that'll get that in. I'm so surprised that radio, that's a 9405, is that it, Roger?
Yeah,
that's a 940S, 940S, Roger?
TS-940 SAT, Kenwood. I've never seen anything of that nature on the rig. I'll do some more investigation, over.
Yeah, so well, you sound perfect. I just run it just like that. Your audio level, you're running about 3 dB dynamic range, which means your average percent of peak modulation is running between 80 and 85%, which is nice and fat. Your words are clean. I wouldn't change a thing. If you want to hear your audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, will take you directly to this recording, and that'll be on the YouTube search. I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow.
And that'll be on the YouTube search. I'll have it uploaded by noon tomorrow. Thank you very much. Much appreciation. And thank you for all the hard work and the input into amateur radio, the VA3TBN.
Roger, Lynn. Now, keep track of your ALC meter and keep it out for a while. I'm starting to suggest that more than often because the ALC meter is just so vital to the operation of your radio. So if you keep it out, you can tell when you're pushing it and when you're not. So I would just leave it out and reference it as I'm talking on the radio, Roger?
And reference it as I'm talking on the radio, Roger? Roger. Which one of the microphones do you prefer? The first one that I used initially, or this one, over?
I would take this one. It sounds less mid-rangey. It sounds a little broader than the first mic, Roger.
It sounds a little broader than the first mic, Roger. Okay. All right. So I'll resort to using this one. Thank you very much, and have yourself a good evening and a great weekend. VA3TBN.
Roger, LEN-73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, and if you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.